Hi, my name is Erica, and I'm currently completing my Master's in Counseling Psychology at CityU and completing my practicum here at No Fear Counseling. And I'm really excited to be at this stage in my education where I'll actually be seeing clients. I feel like the decision for me to become a counselor was made quite early in my life. When I was in my teenage years, 15, 16 years old, I saw a counselor myself. I was going through a really difficult time in my life and lots of family issues and just dealing with grief and loss and all of these, complicated things and feelings. And I had a great experience with my counselor, and this person ended up really informing the type of person that I would be in the future. And of course, they really helped me through a very difficult, challenging time in my life. And I kind of made the decision right then and there that I wanted to be that person for other people. I wanted to be that shoulder that people could lean on. I wanted to be someone that would help through really, really difficult, challenging times that I think all of us as humans, we can, we've all been through something, right? To some extent, some more than others, but we can all empathize and understand what it's like to be in pain and what it's like to suffer and what it's like to feel alone. So yeah, I kind of knew that this was always going to be what I was going to end up doing, and to finally be at that stage in my life where I can put this in practice and be that person, to me, it feels like the right thing at the right time. So I'm very excited about it, and I really do think that the person that you decide to see as a counselor really has to resonate with you, and it's kind of really important to decide to work with someone that you do connect with and that you do feel like you can trust. And the counseling setting it's so unique, but it's so special. You're hopefully the goal is that you're going to be talking about things that maybe you can't talk about with anyone else, right? So there does have to be a lot of trust and a lot of comfort, and safety has to be established. And I think at the end of the day, yeah, it is really up to you to find someone that you feel you can do that with, and that is what's conducive to really looking inward, right? And kind of figuring out ourselves. And I think you can only do that with someone that you feel comfortable with. So my goal is to be that person, and to kind of approach counseling from a, non-judgmental approach, of course, but also, I like to approach it with a lot of curiosity. I like to approach it with a lot of empathy. But I also do think that it's important to sometimes challenge certain narratives or certain ideas. I think sometimes, individuals will create stories about themselves and about who they are and the kind of person that they are. And I think sometimes those stories aren't necessarily reflective of the truth. And to kind of bring that to the surface and to talk to someone about that and to have some of those ideas challenged, I think sometimes can be extremely beneficial, just to create maybe a happier, more fulfilling, maybe more exciting life. I think when people approach counseling and when people decide to come to counseling, there likely is something about themselves or about their situation or about the way that they feel that they would like to change. And I think to be able to do that with someone and to really work on that, there has to be some level of willingness, right? So the decision to come into counseling, that tells me that that person is kind of ready for that. So I would love to be that person that can kind of help through that journey and help through that process. I'm super happy to offer a 20-30 minute consultation just so that you can make that informed decision and see if I'm someone that you could see resonate with you, or if you just think that it's a good fit. Like I said, the relationship that you have with your counselor is incredibly important to the results that you're going to hope to see out of the counseling setting, right? So anyway, like I said, happy to offer a consultation. And thank you for your time, and I hope to get in touch soon. Thank you.